Thank you for listening to Mega Talk. This one here is, what can I say? It's taken me by surprise. This one here is caught me on the blind side. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the event that sounds like a biblical event, the Day of Reckoning. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the big show which is going to take place in Riyadh on the 23rd of December at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Wow, many of the boxers on this show here only had 5 days' notice. Anthony Joshua, it took 10 days for it to be sorted out for Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. So let's start from the top and make our way down to the bottom. I don't know who you have got right at the top, if it's going to be Deontay Wilder's fight or Anthony Joshua's fight. But for the sake of this, let's start from Anthony Joshua, work our way down. Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, will be fighting against Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin was the one that gave Tyson Fury such a hard fight. He gave him a gash on his face, of which people says the fight should have been stopped. You remember that one? And they're saying that if it was anybody else, it would have been stopped. Yes, that one. Next down, we have the one and only Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He will be fighting the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, that of Joseph Parker. Once again, they said that this one could be a difficult, challenging fight, hard to predict because it's a big puncher. It's against the good boxer in Joseph Parker. Next down is Daniel Dynamite Dubois, who some argued beat Alexander Usyk in his last fight. He's going to be fighting against Big Baby Miller. This one here, this one's interesting because obviously Big Miller has had his problems, and before that he was supposed to have fought Anthony Joshua and he's been linked with fighting Deontay Wilder. And what does he do? In typical New York style, goes up there and disses everybody and a friend. I mean, some of the things which he says them in a way to cause the most trouble, especially him and Anthony Joshua. And to be honest, right, I think he did get under Anthony Joshua's skin because Anthony Joshua started swearing at him and, really going back at him. But the fight is not about them two. Next down, Dmitry Bivol. Oh my days. This is a guy that beat the so-called best fighter in the world in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Yes, he schooled him on that day. Since that day, we've been waiting for this fight to reoccur. It hasn't happened, but this world champion will be up against Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur, this is a surprise one for me. I didn't see this one coming, but yes, why not? Lyndon Arthur dares to be great, and he dares to fight Dmitry Bivol. Lyndon did say he's looking forward to seeing him fight. Then we have Jai Opetaia. My gosh. One of the fights, his last fight, just only a few weeks ago, I says the heavyweight division should be glad that this guy is a cruiserweight champion, because this guy, when he does, and he will become a heavyweight, he's going to cause nothing but problems. He's up against the English fighter in Ellis Zorro. This one here, once again, this one is a surprise one to me. But you know something? Once again, Ellis has seen the opportunity and he's going out there and he's taking it with both hands. And I think sometimes you'll only get one opportunity to become a world champion. He's taking his. Then we got Filip Hrgovic versus Mark Demori. Now, I saw Filip Hrgovic fight on Anthony Joshua's last card when Anthony Joshua fought against Robert Helenius. And to be totally honest, right, I know it's the IBF, and this one here will make him mandatory to fight for the World Championship. I wasn't overly impressed. At all. So let's see, because Mark Demori, one thing he's got to do, he's got to bring it to Filip Hrgovic. And if Filip Hrgovic is not on his game, this could be an upset. But yes, if Filip Hrgovic wins this one here, somewhere down the line, could be fighting for the world title. Then we have Makhmudov, and he's going to be against Ajit Kabayel. I'll tell you something now, this one's going to be an interesting one because this one here, I think out of all of them on the card, is going to be the least talked about. But you know something? This one could really light up. Which one have I got one as the top of the show? Well, it's hard to really say, but I must say I am looking forward to seeing nearly every single one of these fighters. They're good fighters. Frank Sanchez versus Junior Farr. Frank Sanchez is an unbeaten fighter. This guy here is going up against Junior Farr, and this is going to be a battle of the wits. And this one here, I think we're going to see a lot of boxing skills in place on this one also. So yeah, this is it. Remember, this is going to take place on the 23rd of December in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Once again, this one is called the Day of Reckoning. Who is the top of your bill? Who do you think is going to win each of these fights? What's your comments? Which one do you think is going to cause the upset? Do you think it's going to be more than one that's going to cause the upset? How have you got this one? Thank you for listening to Mega Talk.